My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You are now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Steve Stevens, a.k.a. the Bookie Killer, sitting here with the chiropractor, a.k.a. the Big Skipper. Good morning, Skip.
Good morning, sir. I got
a letter from the government the other day. I opened up and read it.
I got to get to the bottom of something right quick.
Oh, my God. I hope this has nothing to do with our personal contract with business.
No, I still feel like I'm fucking stoned as fuck. I went to leave here yesterday, my friend. And it appears that somebody may have been fucking hotboxing in my car.
What are you talking about?
I think you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
What happened? I don't understand.
Tell me, Steve, what did happen?
Well, I don't know.
Because you got my wife pissed off.
Oh, no.
You got Ryan fucking freaking out saying, I'm going to school smelling like weed.
Oh, no.
I went to pick him up from work yesterday after I left the office.
Okay.
Which I nearly passed the fuck out once I got in my car because I know what you were doing, dude. One fucking day I left my car unlocked. The one fucking day. And you decide you're going to fucking play a little prank, huh? You're going to get in my car.
I had no idea that you knew you were bringing it up on the show. I'm so sorry. Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
You're going to get in my car and you're going to fucking hotbox you, motherfucker. For anyone that don't know what that is, that means smoke a whole lot of weed in Skip's fucking car.
Listen.
The one day I left my car unlocked.
I know. I mean, I want to tell the story because the way you're telling it with the son and the wife, man, I look like a horrible fucking horrible person. But here's the deal from day one with Big Skip. One thing about Big Skipper, he's not a hypocrite. He don't talk shit about weed. He don't smoke weed. He don't like it. He don't want it in his car. He don't have it at his house. He don't have it around his kids. None of that shit. So one time, a couple years back, it was freezing cold outside, and his doors were unlocked. So we sat in there, and, we smoked in his car. Well, man, he got so fucking mad. He never let me live it fucking down. And I've had this thing.
Somebody did it again yesterday.
I've had this thing to where anytime he leaves his car open. So, over the last few years, we got him 2 or 3 times. But, dude, it's been a good year and a half.
Do you check my car door every day?
Oh, no. Well, when it's right for you.
I swear to God.
You parked right in front of the office.
I swear. I did park right in front of the office,
yeah,
which I don't do.
I was like, is this
door
open?
I always leave the space for the double R for the boss.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I did park right in front of the office yesterday. So what, I deserved it because I parked in front of the office?
No, you were on a real...
I was hungover as fuck yesterday.
I know.
There was a parking space close to the door,
bro,
I took advantage of it.
You got caught slipping.
Yeah, I slipped.
But you know what?
It's the first time I didn't lock my door in fucking 2 years.
And I took advantage.
And
I apologize. It's a little trick that we do. I won't do it anymore, but like I said, it's been a year and a half. That door was open. And listen, I swear to God, Jack the Track, I had to sell him to get in the car. He was, nope.
Oh.
Nope, Skip's going to trip.
So Jack the Track was involved in this?
No.
You just threw him right under the bus?
No. I smoked
you're not a snitch. You're not a snitch.
No, I smoked in your truck. I was trying to entice Jack the Track to come in with me. He wouldn't do it. Nope. He said, fuck no, Skip's going to get mad. He's going to flip. I said, there's no way he'd know him.
So he got in or didn't get in?
Yeah.
No. Don't back up.
No.
Was he in the car or not?
Nope.
Okay.
Me
so it was just you?
Yeah, I apologize.
Well, that was a lot of fucking weed, dude.
Wait.
It still reeks.
It was just it was that Master Closer Kush.
My son works at a car wash.
Yeah.
So
Did he clean it up?
He tried. Motherfucker's going to take a week to get that out of there.
Anybody that knows marijuana, dude, you act like I blew a cigarette in your car. You've smoked cigarettes in that truck many times.
Occasionally I have smoked.
With the windows down. Marijuana goes away within a day.
Oh, no, it don't.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Oh, no, it don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the question of the day if you're a weed smoker. What stays in your car more, a cigarette or marijuana? I guarantee you for sure the marijuana's gone by the next day. That cigarette nicotine, third-hand smoke will still be calling your name.
Or the bad pussy you had in the back seat.
Oh, or that fishy stain that you had from Cheetahs on Saturday night on the back seat of your seat. You let us know. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boy, we went in to write something special to start the show.
Well, I got to tell you, dude, I had to get to the bottom line there.
I apologize. I did have to get you. Hey, it was open. I had to take advantage, man.
Yeah, well, you did.
All right, man. Well,
I got to
the
the car wash yesterday after I left here to pick right side up from work.
All right.
And he's like, Dad, you were smoking weed? I'm like, no. Fucking asshole Steven's got me.
Oh, man, I apologize. We got you good, though,
All
man.
right. It's been a rough week, dude. I backed into my garage door, fucked my garage door up. Somebody stole my fucking iPad out of my gym bag.
Yeah, I know, but...
fuck me, dude. But the games are winning.
But the Philadelphia Eagles are in the Super Bowl.
You're goddamn right they are.
So you couldn't be that bad of a week. As you know, this is the Super Bowl edition of our show, ladies and gentlemen. The Super Bowl is going to be Sunday, February 4th, which is a fantastic time. It's going to be a fantastic game, and we will be going over that, giving you guys some information on how to get paid as well. But what we also want you to understand is, Skip, tell them, Super Bowl is pretty much a day for amateurs. Like you would think, a lot of people in our business, Skip and I talked about this off air, they come up in like, huge weekend for your company, right?
Yeah.
Skip's like, huge weekend. Well, for the company itself, no, not really, because everybody thinks they can do their own thing on Super Bowl.
Right.
Now, for Skip and I, it's a big day because we're blessed enough, like, what do we have, 18 clients between the two of us coming in?
I got 6 or 7 for sure.
So we're blessed enough to be able to go meet guys that are betting big money and get a commission off the Super Bowl. But as far as VIP sports, it's a day for amateurs. We don't write much business. It's pretty much a bait and switch, isn't it?
Well, we won't even really be here on Sunday.
Well, not to mention...
We'll give out our play for the Super Bowl on Saturday, most likely.
Isn't Super Bowl a day where everyone bets on their own? Grandma, grandpa,
you're
the valet parker?
You're 100% right. In the sports betting consulting world,
it's a day amateur,
which is the world that we're in and a business that we dominate, yes, people that aren't in the industry do believe that the sports, Super Bowl weekend's like your biggest weekend of the year. But you're right. People at this point, pretty much...
For sports books, not for sports consultants.
Right. Pretty much at this point, people have already made their mind up who they like. They really don't want any advice from anybody. They might ask you an opinion, but they're going to do whatever they want.
How crazy is this? And I'm going to look right in the camera. Skip, this might be the last Super Bowl to ever take hundreds of billions of dollars offshore.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
This might be the last Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Next year at this time, there could be a proposed 13 legal states.
At least.
13 states accepting legal sports wagering bets, which will put us on the leading plateau, will allow you guys to try to bet on your own and then lose, and then you'll call us, and we'll show you how to do it the right way. Go to all our how-to videos, but more importantly, I'm excited about keeping that money in the United States, cutting our taxes down, paying for schools, paying for roads, and taking my tax from 40+% down to about 20.
Basically, next year for the Super Bowl at this time, you'll be able to wager legally in at least 10, if not 20 states across the country.
That's the
God bless America. We're
right.
counting on you, Supreme Court.
And that's the whole reason why we're not the only ones counting on them. What about our boys that just made the big buyout over there, ESPN, for Thursday Night Football? You didn't hear about the big buyout?
There's a lot of moves going on based upon
the legalization,
the foresight of legalized sports betting across the nation.
Anyway, today's
hallelujah.
You're absolutely, like I said, it's going to change our lives and it's going to change other people's lives as well.
We got a lot of information. We got a big, thick podcast here today.
We might as well get to it. It's a gorgeous day out here, February 1st, 2018. Podcast number 154.
Groundhog Day tomorrow.
Well, I want.
He'll tell us if we got 6 more weeks of kicking our bookie's ass.
Yeah, he's gonna come out. He either comes out, sees a shadow, or hits a toot and goes right back in the hole and lays it down.
Yeah, he fucking smokes some of that blunt, some of that kush, goes right back in the hole. Says,
correct.
I'll fucking see you in 2 months.
He comes out and says, I'm awake now and I've had enough, or let me hit that blunt. I'm gonna go get another couple of weeks rest. Huh?
Yeah, you think he's got some groundhog pussy in the hole with him?
He's got some pussy. He's got some groundhog kush.
He's got some kush.
He's got
a bottle of Crown in the fucking hole and some.
Oh, exactly.
And some hog pussy.
He looks around and like, is this worth coming out for?
Fuck this. I'm going back in.
Nope. I see. You never know. He comes out right at the right ceremony, looks around like, yeah, I like her tits. It's good. Let's go.
It depends who's out there.
What do you think the odds will be on that? I say he stays out.
Oh, I don't know. Fucking 6 more weeks.
Well, it's a 50-50 shot, dude. You win every game on the fucking podcast you bet with me. I'll say he stays out, which means a guaranteed stays in. Who do you want? In or out?
6 more weeks of winter or no?
I say no.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Oh, of course.
So I got 6.
I would bet with him.
I got 6 more weeks of winter for 500.
All right. Podcast number
500.
500.
6 more weeks of winter.
And I say no.
Okay.
All right. Podcast 154, your bookie's a dirty whore. And we got to go ahead and get all his money because he doesn't need it. After all, it's yours. You deserve it, don't you?
You do.
Show's brought to you every week by our sponsors over there, BetOnline.ag, Paperhead, BetDSI. Today's show, we're going to preview a lot of stuff. The stat of the week, we're going to go over a Super Bowl preview, college basketball recap, who's hot, who's not. I know you guys like that section. College hot trends. College basketball is where all the money is right now. Football's over. I don't give a fuck the Super Bowl's here or not. We got Wales in town. All our money's being made on college basketball. So guess what we're going to talk about today? A little bit of the Super Bowl and all about how to make money in college basketball. Fair enough?
And some NBA totals and college totals that are trending.
But not only trending, what's winning against the spread.
Yeah.
Once again, what this podcast will give you that no one else's does is all about sports betting. Games and information that cover the spread. We don't go over every game on the board. We go over marquee matchups, games that we either want you to stay away from or games that we want you to bet. And if you're following our podcast, we're high 70, if not 80% over 153 fucking episodes.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Ladies and gentlemen, you want to get a hold of us? 877-220-6540. And a matter of fact, talking about getting a hold of us, I know we never do the promotion till the end of the show, but ladies and gentlemen, it's very rare when he is I, and I and him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Steve Stevens.
You're motherfucking right. It's not every day Steve Stevens runs a promotion like this, my good friend. I'm going to do it right now. Normally, Skip runs all the promotions. He's in charge of operations. But what I'm doing is I'm releasing something that everybody complains and wishes they can get, whether they don't have the money, whether they don't have the time, or whatever the case is, okay? But what I'm going to do for you guys right now, I've never done all year. I'm giving you guys the opportunity to make big money. What I'm doing is I'm offering 3 days of my owner's selections, okay? These are the same games that I charge $500 a piece. Write it down because I'm releasing it. I'm releasing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You're going to get all 3 days of my owner's selections. College basketball, NBA, anything I have in hockey, and more importantly, the six-figure football extravaganza on Super Bowl Sunday.
How much?
Rather than charge $500 a game, it's a $1,500 package, not including my six-figure Super Bowl play, which is $500. It's a $2,000 package. I'm going to give you guys for $99.
Oh, my God.
A $100 bill.
You're cutting my dick off.
A $100 bill, Skip. If you can't reach in
Did
your
you hear that? $100 for the Super Bowl weekend?
If you can't afford one of these to call me up, let me ask you a question. If Tom Brady called you and was willing to help your son throw a couple passes in the backyard, would you let him? If Michael Jordan called you and was willing to help you shoot a jump shot, would you let him?
Yep.
I'm the best in the business. I'm giving you the opportunity to get my owner's selections, 3 days, plus the six-figure Super Bowl, $99.
Wow.
I'm not going to say nothing else. We'll talk about it at the end of the show. If you're just looking for a free pick, don't even call us.
What would you want a free pick for after you just said that?
Yeah, go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We have packages for all size, shapes of sports bettors, but you'll never get that promotion that I'm doing right now.
3 days of owner selections, $2,000 value for
$100.
$99.
Yeah, keep it real, $100 bill.
$100 bill.
If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to our channel. When you click the subscribe button, Skip, make sure you guys press that little bell. That way you get alerted to when we do shows or one-on-ones or motivational videos. That way you get alerted. We alert you. You don't have to come to us. Fair enough? We appreciate all your thumbs up, all your comments. We appreciate everything you got to say. We're excited to bring you into my life, Steve Stevens, of a guy that bets big and lives large, along with my leader of operations here at the office, the big skipper known as the chiropractor. We'll show you guys how to be the best sports bettors in the world, how to make more money betting sports than any other investment in the world. Teach you the lingo, tell you what the spread is, tell you what the line is, tell you what the underdog is, what the favorite is, and basically teach you guys how to be better sports bettors, and more importantly, support the legalization of sports betting, which it only took us about, what do you think? It'd be about 170 episodes deep before it gets done?
By June, hopefully.
Because when we fucking talk, people listen.
Goddamn right.
If you go back to podcast 1, everything we said from fantasy football all the way today has came true. Yes, sir?
It just keeps happening.
Okay. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram at VIP Sports LV. You can direct message us with any questions. We'll get back with you right away. Skipper, let's get right into the VIP Stat of the Week. And who's that sponsored by, Big Skip?
The VIP Stat of the Week brought to you by BetOnline.ag. They're one of the web's most popular betting destinations. You can sign up over there for an account by using the promo code ALLDAY. All day. You'll get a 50% welcome bonus instantly added to your bankroll. They got a management team over there that's been together since 1991. BetOnline.ag offers wagering on nearly every single sporting event you can think of. Once you're in the action, You'll see firsthand why betonline.ag has an A-plus rating. They have the earliest opening odds in the business, people. The best live betting software in the industry. Most importantly, fast money, fast payouts. BetOnline.ag, because you can.
Let's move right into the VIP stat of the week. Super Bowl number 52. My God. Skip, what's the first Super Bowl you remember?
Oh, wow. I don't know. Probably one of the Steelers ones when I was in the 70s.
I remember, who did Bengals play in the Super Bowl when they had Ickey Woods? The Niners and the Niners?
Now you're asking me crazy shit.
Well, I'm just trying to say that. I remember that because I got in a car wreck with my dad, and I remember being at the hospital and watching that particular game.
Ickey Shuffle.
The Ickey Shuffle, yeah. I think it was against the Bengals played, I think, the 49ers.
Could have been.
But that was the first Super Bowl I remember. Anyway, Super Bowl number 52. And by the way, this Super Bowl is the third Super Bowl in NFL history in nearly 40 years, Skip, to feature two teams that are both ranked top 5 in scoring offense and in scoring defense, which I got to say is pretty fucking amazing. When you look at this game on paper, this is one of the most evenly matched Super Bowls I think we've ever had.
I'm ready to fucking get it on, dude.
I know you are. So is Nick Foles, and so is Tom the Pimp fucking Brady.
I'm ready to get it on. It looks like they've been up to fucking shit, that Patriots camp.
Yeah, all these talk shows and the word, I think they called Brady a pissant or some shit. Wendy Williams is talking shit. You guys need to leave Tom Brady the fuck alone. Tom Brady has done everything for his family to give him a great life. He's going down, whether you like it or not, as if not the best, one of the top 2 quarterbacks in NFL history.
Straight boss, man.
So get off his fucking dick and find someone else to talk about. And don't talk about his kids because you're crossing the line and you're disrespecting him. He's a fucking football player. If you want to root against him because you're for another team, that's fine. Don't talk about him personally. Guy's a great guy and going down is the best ever. Remember that. But anyway, here let's go over some stats, Skip. We got the number 1 scoring offense and the number 1 scoring defense. If I'm not mistaken, Eagles were what, number 3 in offense?
Number 3 scoring offense in the league, number 4 scoring defense.
Okay, and I know as a fact, Patriots are number 2 offense and number 5 defense, which, was pretty amazing because I thought their defense was worse than what it was.
Scoring defense.
I'm saying overall, though, what was their defense for the year?
So it basically means they pick up fumbles, run them in, intercept passes, and run them in. The defense is number 5 in scoring.
Correct.
Not necessarily number 5
in defending
and stopping people.
Correct. I understand. Now, when it comes down to stopping people, I don't think Patriots.
They were suspect in the beginning of the year.
Yes,
they were. Preseason, they had the worst defense in preseason of any team. I think people forget that.
Correct.
They were real suspect in the beginning of the season. They turned it around though.
All right. Well, here's the deal.
Hats off to Coach Patricia.
Yep. The other Super Bowls to feature such balanced teams: Super Bowl 4, Chiefs over the Vikings, and Super Bowl 13, Steelers and Cowboys. Those were pretty the only 2 games that were as evenly matched as this one on paper overall. So
the only 2 Super Bowls besides this one that had 2 top 5 teams of both scoring offense and scoring defense.
Correct. Were the Steelers, Cowboys, and Chiefs, Vikings.
So they can put up points on you on the defensive end or on the offensive end.
Correct. That's why, like I said, it should be a good game. Only 2 players in NFL history have thrown 25-plus passing touchdowns in a season with 2 or fewer interceptions. Guess who they are?
The 2 that are playing on Sunday.
Tom fucking Brady with 28 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 2016. And Nicky Foles, baby.
His miraculous
27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in 2013.
I'm telling you, I'm not worried about this guy. I mean, when are people going to fucking stop getting on his dick? I mean,
here's the deal.
Fucking kid's a player, bro. Look at the game he just had against the Vikings. Are you kidding me?
He sure as fuck is. But let me ask you this.
I hated when we got rid of the motherfucker.
I know you did, but let me ask you this. How comfortable would you be if Wentz was in there at full strength right now?
I'd feel great. I feel good with Foles in there.
That's what I'm asking you as a Philly fan. Foles has showed the last 2 games he's playing Tom Brady's stats.
He's a starter.
He's playing like a fucking MVP.
He's a starter in this league, man.
But he's playing.
Period.
Okay, how many starters are average? He's playing like a.
We have a starter as a backup, and it's showing it right now.
Do you agree that he's playing like an average quarterback or a superstar?
Superstar.
Okay. That's all I was asking, because that's exactly what the fuck he's doing. You know what? Since we're talking about this football in the news, why don't we get into the Super Bowl talk now so we can end out, have the people take some notes, show them how to make an extra 5, 10, 15,000. Do you want to take 5,000, turn it into 25,000? VIPSportsLasVegas.com. Let's go over some Super Bowl. Super Bowl is brought to you our boys over at Paperhead.com. Are you ready to start making real money? Start your own business with the best player software management in the industry at paperhead.com. Their software is fantastic. They've been in the business for over 20 years, and they're willing to help you become your own boss so you can get a piece of this billion/trillion-dollar industry. They offer premium player management tools that you can't get anywhere else. To kick off Super Bowl 52, they're giving VIP Sports Podcast fans the best deal available. Get access to all the premium tools with their Prime package for just $10 per head. The offer is exclusively for my fans, so give them a call at 888-978-0288, and you tell them you're a friend of Steve Stevens. You tell them Steve Stevens or the Skipper sent you, and you'll get it for $10 per head.
Wow.
Fair enough?
Wow.
All right, let's get into some Super Bowl, Skip.
Let's do it.
Not a great game to bet, but if you're going to, here's some trends that we'll go over for both teams. Now, here's how I look at it, and I'm going to sum it up real fucking simple because people have asked me on the streets, what am I doing, this, that, and the other. Every restaurant I go to, I'm sure you've had the same harassment.
I've been asked
They want to ask me who do you like on the Super Bowl?
300 fucking times in the past 5 days.
What I'd like you to do is leave me the fuck alone, let me eat my steak and lobster, and then after I have a couple crowns, you can come over and ask me.
Right.
You see, we haven't even got through the appetizer yet. But I'm a gentleman. I'll say what's up. And you know what I tell them? It's a day for amateurs. I'm playing basketball. But here's what I say. Philly has a great fucking team. They overall, to me, have a better team. They have better athletes all around on the field. They have more of an all-star team, so say. Tom Brady, how the fuck can you go against him? How can you go against a guy that hit 75% against the spread, maybe even more, all year long?
Yeah, this
a
year
guy that's
before.
been in this position nonstop, years and years in a row, has several fucking rings, a true OG. So it's how do you bet against Tom Brady? You don't. However, the Philly has a team to where they can easily win. I'm letting you guys know right now that my six-figure play that I will be betting, and we'll talk about later, will be on the total.
Right.
I just might as well go ahead and say that right now.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think the Eagles have more talent.
Now, give me your opinion.
I believe the Eagles have more talent and more positions. I think they're a deeper team. You can't bet against Tom Brady. How in the world can this game's fucked up for me, Steve? I'm an Eagles fan. I can't bet against the Eagles, and I can't bet against Tom Brady.
Because you're a fan of money, too.
And the fact that you told me you were coming in big on the total made me happy because I can't put my money on either side, just particularly because of what's involved here. And we also talked about possibly making a first half or a second half wager.
Correct.
So there may be a first half or second half wager.
On the side, correct.
And there will be a six-figure move on the total. On the over-under.
And I might even be releasing something on an inline play for the second half as well.
Okay.
I mean, I'm going to be real focused. But the six-figure play, as we said, will be on the total, no doubt.
And I'm glad you said that because I agree.
All right. Eagles versus the Patriots, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl number 52. Total is Patriots -4, and the total 48.
This line's come down from 5.5 or 6.
Yes, it has.
I just was speaking, actually was at the Rebel game last night with let's just say a sportsbook director in the private suite once again. And he tells me.
Well, when you're in Sam Boyd's suite, owner of the big, I mean, you're gonna run into some fucking.
Yeah, let's just say he tells me there's some serious money coming in on the Eagles. Obviously, 2 out of every 3 bets almost have been coming in on the Eagles, which obviously caused the line to go down to 4. But he told me an extraordinarily amount of money's coming in on the money line on the Eagles. Okay? To win the game straight up.
Here's what I got as an over.
That's the vibe in Vegas right now.
That's the vibe in Vegas, and here's the other vibe that they have in Vegas, just so you know. There's been more bets placed on Philly, and there's even been a $3 million bet placed on Philly, but overall, there's more bets on Philly, but there's more money on the Pats. Plain and simple.
Here's the deal. He did tell me.
There's more dollar amount on the Patriots.
He did tell me his experience at running sportsbooks. With the way the line has come down to 4, he expects heavy money to come rolling in late on the Patriots on this game. So they're hoping to get evened out, which is obviously their goal.
We don't have much to say about this game, like I said, so let's just make it real quick because I know you guys would be mad at us if we didn't go over it because I know you guys at home listen to us for information and you want to get paid. So the Patriots are 9-1 straight up and against the spread following against the spread loss. which I wouldn't take that into consideration with 3 weeks, to go. They didn't cover.
So they didn't cover the spread against the Jaguars in the AFC Championship game. After a game that they don't cover, they're 9-1 straight up, 9-1 against the spread, covering the next game when they haven't covered the one before.
How about this one?
So they're a good chase team.
If
If you bet them and they don't win for you,
they're
bet them
winning.
right back because you'll get your money
Well,
back.
that's Belichick and Brady looking
right.
to blow your fucking doors down. Real simple. Patriots are 10-2 against the spread in their last 12 games. Plain and fucking simple.
Right, but be careful.
The team is 10-2 against the spread in its last 12 games. But,
However,
well, go ahead.
the Eagles are 13-5 against the spread their last 18 games as an underdog.
13-5. So
Don't make the fucking Eagles an underdog.
two stats that you almost can't go against. Plain and fucking
Both of these
simple.
teams cover against the spread, and they have big ATS numbers against the spread. The Eagles are a phenomenal team as an underdog. They use it as motivation.
Well, 13-5
I think
to
we
be
just
exact.
I think we just saw that
Yeah.
In the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
Correct.
Make them a fucking dog, especially at home, and they're going to bite your fucking leg off. And the Patriots, they're just beasts. They cover all the time, and especially after they didn't cover the game before, they come back 90% of the time and cover the next game. So,
Well, to be
how can you play either side, Steve? You just can't.
You can't. Like I said, if you're just out there guessing, do what you got to do. But
If you're doing it because it's the Super Bowl, you're just pissing your money away, man.
I know, wouldn't you
Give us a call and get that fucking total that he's talking about.
No shit.
The 6-figure total on the game.
Let me show you how to make some money rather than lose. Wouldn't you rather make $1,000 on a basketball game and just watch it? Or wouldn't you rather just make $1,000 on the total and not worry about who wins or loses?
Right.
Fuck. Anyway, that's how I roll. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the Patriots have reached an incredible 8 Super Bowls in Coach Bill Belichick's 18 seasons.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bill. You're a pimp. You've proven to the world you'll do whatever it takes to win, and I like that.
He sure will.
And I like that. But despite all their good teams over the years, they've never managed to blow out anyone in the Super Bowl.
This is true.
So even though they've made money every year for us, they covered this year like champions, they never blow out anybody in the Super Bowl. If anything, they'll blow your heart out because they've done it to me 2 years in a row where you're thinking they're losing for fucking sure, and then a cardiac arrest, they give you the win at the end of the game. Fucking amazing. Remember the game I had the $500,000 on, the interception in the fucking end zone?
Yes, I do.
Listen, you were there. I slammed that fucking garage door to go in there and see if I could, I put a gas mask of weed. I just wanted to go to sleep. I hear you guys roar. I come back in. I seen the interception.
It was unbelievable.
Weirdest feeling. That feeling, better than, like you asked me.
That was last year.
You asked me what's, no, that was 2 years ago. The interception, Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
You asked me when I hit the
Not to
$400,000
listen,
jackpot.
all they do is fucking come back. You know, was it the comeback against Seattle? Was it the comeback against Atlanta? It's all this fucking team does is come back.
But they don't.
By the way, I want to mention a fucking stat right now that people might not know, okay? It's public knowledge. It's out there. In case you haven't noticed, in case you don't know this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7 fucking Super Bowls the Patriots were in, goose egg in the first quarter.
Correct.
Goose egg in the first quarter.
All the other team does the scoring. If they score at all.
Patriots haven't scored a fucking point in the first quarter in the last 7 Super Bowls under the Brady fucking Belichick run. 0 points in the first quarter. In fact, they've only given up a total of 15 points in those 7 games in the first quarter. There's only been a total 15 points combined between both teams in the 7 Super Bowls they've been in.
They start
now,
out slow.
I'm giving you something here, people. Read between the motherfucking lines.
And he didn't say take the under for the game because the same game that he's talking about, that was first quarter,
Yeah, could easily go over.
could score 70 fucking points. But first
I'm
quarter.
talking about the first quarter.
Patriots
haven't scored a fucking point in 7 straight Super Bowls in the first quarter.
Well, the Patriots' 5 wins have been by 3, 3, 3, 4, and a 6-point win in overtime.
That's why I
So
mentioned
they're
it.
not blowing anybody out by
They're winning these Super Bowls, but they're winning them by a cunt hair.
Correct.
Okay, 4 out of the 5 Super Bowls they won by 4 points or less, a field goal 3 times. And the only reason they won by 6 in overtime, because they scored a touchdown in overtime.
Write this down, guys. Underdogs are 12-4 against the spread in the Super Bowl over the last 16 years.
Oh my!
Write that down and circle it.
Say that again.
Underdogs are 12-4 against the spread in the Super Bowl over the last 16 years.
Wow.
That's a stat that you have to look at.
And the Patriots have been part of that with their barely winning these Super Bowl games.
The other time the Patriots met the Eagles in 2005, the Eagles lost by only 3 as a 7-point underdog, so they covered.
That game was 24 Patriots, 21 Eagles.
But that was then, and this is now.
You
Big
ain't lying.
fucking difference.
You ain't lying.
Kick back and just enjoy this game. And the bet this week is definitely in college basketball. That's where all the money is. I want you guys to be safe during the Super Bowl. Anything else you want to mention about the Super Bowl?
I do want to mention 2 other things about the Super Bowl, if I could, real quick. The head referee, Steve, in the Super Bowl this year is a guy by the name of Gene Steratore. He's been in the league forever. Steratore, my Italian buddy.
Hey, forget about it.
Hey,
He's got a
Steratore.
fucking game that knows a guy.
Hey.
You know a guy that knows a guy.
Hey,
Huh?
let me tell you why this is important. The head official in the Super Bowl this Sunday, Mr. Gene Steratore, he's the index card guy, Steve. The guy that came out with the index card in the Raiders-Dallas game in Week 15 this year, he had to place the index card in between the ball and the marker to see if it was a first down.
I saw it.
And he gave the Cowboys the first down.
Yeah.
He's the index card guy.
The index man.
He's also the guy that has been involved in 2 controversial fucking catches in 2014 in a division playoff game when Dallas was playing Green Bay, the Dez Bryant catch. He was the referee involved in that. He was also the referee that was involved in the 2010, the Calvin Johnson catch in the fucking end zone for the Lions when they were playing the Bears.
So he's
and they took that catch off the board, and it was clearly a fucking catch. And I would probably say because of that play is why we got all these crazy rules these days on why is it a catch, is it a bobble, is it under control, is his left ass cheek in, is his right elbow in, did he maintain possession while he was rolling around on the sidelines drinking his Gatorade? I mean, that Calvin Johnson catch was fucking ridiculous, and he was the referee involved in that.
So what does that mean? You don't
What
like
I'm
it? Do
trying
you
to
like
say-
it or what? What are you saying?
What I'm trying to say is they got the head referee in this fucking game, the head official, is a controversial official. Why in the fuck do they have him doing the Super Bowl? Mr. Index Card guy.
I have no fucking idea.
And I will say this. When he refs, the Eagles are 10-3.
Oh! I was wondering where you were I was wondering what you were getting at.
That's what I was getting at, homie.
So it's all in the that ref right there is definitely favored with the Eagles.
Well, you know, he's got an Italian.
10-3 to
He's
be
got an
exact.
Italian last name. The Eagles are from South Philly. There's a little Italian heritage there.
All right.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Super Bowl 52 is going to go off. It's going to be a beautiful game. Be safe out there. If you're drinking, which I'm sure you are, make sure you Uber or get a Lyft. And if you're out here in Vegas and you know where my Super Bowl and Big Skipper's Super Bowl party is, well, come join us because we're going to be balling out of fucking control. When we get back, we're going to go over the real money, which is college basketball, show you how to take $5,000, turn it into $25,000, take your bankroll from crawling to balling right after the break. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle.
BetDSI.com. Over 20 years in business, A+ rated and fast and free payment of winnings with odds on all sports and global events. Get a free $25 right now to try the site and a 100% bonus on your first deposit. Go to BetDSI.com now because it's only a game until you bet it.
Well, shout out to Adam Perlis out there.
Adam.
Wearing is that a medium-sized shirt that he has on there?
I don't know. He looks like a
He's
fucking.
puffing.
He looks like a jockey.
The kid weighs 130. He's puffing his arms out like he
130.
weighs 250, dude.
He's like 118 wet.
Man, I'll punch him in the chest and give him a fucking heart attack,
He's
dude.
like, dude's 118 wet.
What do these kids think? The one thing
We
about
should buy a racehorse so we can fucking put him on it.
man, we got to get the films back. We got to get the crew back filming in the room, dude. You guys have no idea what's going
He's
on, man.
118 pounds. He's walking like this.
This motherfucker's walking around like he's willing to scrap anybody.
Motherfucker's walking around like Popeye.
No, Scrappy do. More like it.
Scrappy dude.
Anyway, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're now tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer, sitting here with the Big Skipper. They call him the chiropractor in this industry here.
Do.
Just went over some football stats, went over a little bit of information to help you guys make a better selection on the Super Bowl, which, like we said, look at the total. But more importantly, a Super Bowl is a day for amateurs. It's a day for grandma, grandpa, mom and pops, everybody, to eat chips and salsa, have a party, sit around and fart all day and watch football. You want to fart and have indigestion, or you want to make fucking money? If you're going to be the guy at the end of the couch, tum, ta, tum, 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 you at least want to have a two-teamer in your pocket that fucking pays. You know what I mean? You at least want to have a $5,500 straight bet on the total that's going to get your money, right?
Right, exactly.
That's what I thought. Anyway, we're going to get right into the college basketball segment. Skip, you want to tell us who that's by?
Where the real money is fucking made. College basketball this time of the year. We're getting ready to go on about a 10-week run between now and the Final Four, Steve. I love this time of the year. It's conference college basketball all day, every day. The conference tournaments are going to start in about 5 weeks already. First week of March, the conference tournaments start. The college basketball is brought to you by BetDSI. They've been operating for more than 20 years, guys. BetDSI.com, they're A+ rated. They offer fast payment winnings on odds on all sports, all global events. From the players who demand it all, if you like office pools, if you like to get into a poker room, speaking of horses, if you like horse wagering, any kind of skill games, to the whale bettor who needs a no-nonsense, high-limit sports book, BetDSI.com is your perfect choice. If you're looking for the best solution to place your action, go to BetDSI.com, and when you go there, make sure you use the promo code CHEDDAR, like the cheese, CHEDDAR. You'll get a free wager, like $25 on the house. You'll also get a 200% bonus on your first deposit, which is real nice. That's the promo code CHEDDAR at BetDSI.com, where it's only a game, Steve, until you bet it.
We're going to get into our Who's Hot, Who's Not segment. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, we gave you a lot of valuable information last week.
Oh, did we
you
ever?
guys, and you guys appreciated it. It's the only reason why I'm going to keep doing it. Like I said, I'm the best sports consultant money can buy, and I'm willing to give you my information and go over some certain things. However, doesn't necessarily mean that these are the games that I'm betting 5 and 6 figures on. But people always ask, about the games and what we're doing. Well, Skip, like you said, we're 80% high 70 documented, 153 episodes.
Yeah, we give you some extremely valuable information, as you all know, which is why you keep tuning in. But make sure you give us a call for that promo this weekend. 3 days of owner selections, $1,500 value for a $100 bill. You're fucking crazy if you don't call in for that.
Grab your pen and a piece of paper. We're going to go over what's hot, okay? One thing about us, we're only going to go over teams that get you the money and get you paid. We care less about everything else.
Tell them.
What's hot right now, to be exact, they call them El Scorcho in the streets. This team is hotter than the Vegas concrete in the summer, Virginia Cavaliers, Skip.
Yep.
We talked a lot about the number 2, Virginia, last week. Virginia was a 3-point dog at Duke last weekend. Virginia won the game outright.
They sure did.
Virginia held Duke to just 22 first-half points.
Wow, I don't think that's ever been done.
I was just going to say, when's the last time Duke scored 22
I don't think
points
that's
in a
ever
fucking
been
half?
done. We'd have to look that up.
For Duke, that would be amazing.
I have to say that's a first.
That's a team that scores 100 points on an average.
22 points in the first half. This Virginia Cavalier team is for real, Steve.
Yes, they are. They fell behind in the second half, only to come back and seal Virginia's victory at Cameron Indoor Stadium in 18 tries.
First
18 fucking games.
First time in 18 times to Duke, they beat them outright.
Yeah.
Here's a team, talk about resiliency. Okay? They kicked their ass in the first half, held them to 22 points, probably an all-time low in Duke history. They come back in the second half. Hats off to Coach Krzyzewski and the team.
Because Duke tried to win the game.
They actually came back after a horrible first half. They came back, took the lead. But talk about a resilient team. This is what I mean by a great team. Remember what I tell you, folks. Good teams win, great teams cover. They were a dog, dominated the first half, came out in the second half, got a little complacent, lost the lead, but were resilient and fought back And not only did they cover that game as a dog, they won the game outright.
And here's the bottom line to end the whole thing, why we're talking about why hot Virginia is. Here's the bottom fucking line. There's 7 wins against the spread in their last 8 games.
7-1 against the number. You bet them the last 8 times they played?
You're fucking making money hand over fist.
You're
Real
cashing
simple.
fucking tickets.
So go ahead and write it down. You're 7-1 if you're betting Virginia against the spread.
Great teams win on the road. You remember us telling you that? Week in and week out.
Yep.
They go into Duke and they beat them on the road.
Sun Belt Conference, Louisiana Lafayette.
The Raging Cajuns.
Raging fucking Cajuns. We previewed them last week as well,
Yeah, we
Skip.
did. Yeah, we
The
did.
Raging Cajuns have 9 straight wins against the spread.
9 straight covers, the Raging Cajuns.
And have hit 7 straight unders as well. So, I mean, when you got 9 straight wins against the spread, I mean, what else do you want from a team to do? Nobody out there's covered the fucking 9 straight games against the spread.
You bet Louisiana Lafayette, and you got enough money to go to Mardi Gras this year.
You write that down and circle it. Louisiana Lafayette.
Speaking of Mardi Gras, shout out to my dear friend Taylor down there in Louisiana. New client, just called in, took advantage of the college basketball dog of the month last week. Straight out of Raging Cajun territory. Shout out, Taylor.
Missouri Valley, we'll talk about a trap game. Loyola Chicago, we said Loyola Chicago could be a team to put on the watch list. Did we or not?
They're money makers.
Well, guess what? They won 7 fucking against the spread games, but last night, the Ramblers were a small -2 favorite at the Bradley Braves.
Hell of a game.
Loyola Chicago battled all game, but lost outright by a basket.
Yeah, they were -2 on the road against Bradley.
Which puts you...
Fucking, what a game, dude. Back and forth and back and forth.
Could have easily won the game. They win by a basket. They cover. It's all good. However, they're still 7-1 against the fucking spread. Write that down and circle it. The last 8 games you're betting them, you got 7 wins and 1 losses. If you're betting Virginia Cavaliers in their last 7 games, you're 7-1. If you bet Louisiana Lafayette,
9-0.
you've won 9 fucking straight. You betting fucking Loyola Chicago, 7-1. Guys, you asked how to make money betting sports. That's just a little
We told
preview.
you last week, and listen, you started out by saying that game was a trap in the Missouri Valley last night.
And it was.
And it was because Loyola Chicago was only laying a deuce. Speaking of laying a deuce.
You got to drop
I mean,
one?
how many fucking times is Sid going to the bathroom?
I have no idea.
What is wrong with these motherfuckers today?
Are they selling sports or are they dancing?
Sid, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, we've only been in here an hour.
If you guys don't know, our office here in the studio, you see this side, but our other side is an overlook of our entire office. So we get to see all fucking 30 salesmen in there. One guy's dancing. Looks like the other guy wants to suck the other's cock. There's about 6 of them that are working.
Somebody's smoking by the door
Yeah, somebody's
right now.
smoking by the door.
Every time we come in here,
It looks like DC's laid out sleeping on his desk. Is he okay?
Unfucking believable. Every time we come in here, dude, it's like a fucking circus out there.
They don't want to hear
It's
that.
like elementary school.
It really is.
It's unbelievable. I said dropping a deuce. Loyola Chicago was laying 2.
Yep, and
kind of like Sid's laid 2 like 6 times since we've been in here.
Exactly. But he better have 2 deals on the board is all I can
I'm
fucking
sure
tell him. We'll
he
get
will.
him up out of here.
I'm sure he will.
You know, our guys, we bust their balls and talk shit, but they get money. I mean, the way Skip runs his room, we still run it old school, man. You want to come in here and run your mouth, I mean, we'll put you on point. We fight in this room. We talk shit. We'll glove up at Floyd Mayweather's gym right next door.
We'll fucking go next door.
We're far from fucking punks.
We'll go
We're a
next-
high-intense, high-powered motherfucking phone room. I can tell you that right now.
We'll go next door if we got him.
Let's get into the Big Ten.
Let's do it.
I'm just going to say one word, Nebraska.
Oh.
Another team.
We told them.
We told you guys about 9 out of their last 10 games against the spread. If you're telling me you've been betting Nebraska every fucking week, just say
You're
your
full of
bullshit
shit. Yeah.
for somebody else. We don't need you to second guess us or asking why. Just take the fucking stats and make some fucking money.
Since last Thursday when we told you about fucking Nebraska, they've covered
Another 2 wins.
They've covered 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more games since then. That's 5 straight now and 9 out of the last 10.
That's what you get from this podcast that you can't get from ESPN.
We're doing this shit
can't
for
get
you.
from Fox. You can't get from any other Dan Patrick or any show is how to cover games and get valuable, not just information, value information on winning games against the spread that actually covers 79-80%.
And in between that, we talk about our salesman taking 6 shits in a shift.
What else could you ask for? The Big Sky, we're always shooting for the sky. Big Sky, Montana Grizzlies, they finally got a loss, Skip, against the spread to Northern Arizona.
If you didn't buy the hook.
Correct, unless you bought the fucking hook.
My guys bought the hook.
Which you got a point. The Grizzlies won by 18, but the spread on a spot on was 18 and a half.
Yes.
So regardless, the Grizzlies were hitting 13 straight wins against the spread. Montana, write that down and circle it. Montana Grizzlies.
First place in the Big Sky.
13-1 against the spread or 13 and a push, depending on how you got it.
Correct.
So write that down and circle it. Skip, who's in ACC? Here's what I want to do. We don't need to give you too many teams. I mean, we just gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 teams that are winning more games against the spread than you have enough money to bet. So you don't need anything else, or you don't need to know who's hotter. Those are the hottest fucking teams covering the spread. Why don't you talk about who's not hot?
Yeah, teams that'll put you in straight fucking foreclosure.
These are the teams that'll have your money broke, have your wife sucking the neighbor's cock, leaving you, and not having any money to pay the fucking bills straight the fuck up. These are foreclosure teams.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is, let's get into a big, like ACC, a strong division. I know there's a flop in the ACC. Isn't there?
Wake Forest they need to wake up and smell the coffee. Hopefully you took our advice. We talked about them last week. I told you guys Wake Forest needed to wake up and smell the coffee because they're fucking off some people's money. Well, sure enough, the very next day after our podcast, the Demon Deacons lost 96-77 at Louisville. Okay? They were getting 9 points. They lost by fucking 19. So if you're listening to me...
We told you our exact... I'm going to give you the exact words. We said, stay the fuck away from Wake. I'm sorry.
I said wake up.
I'm sorry for some of you business owners that we say stay the fuck away instead of just stay away from that particular... Let me ask you a question.
Do I need to put a suit and a tie on?
Yeah, would you guys rather have us in a suit and tie, acting professional, and giving you games that we don't know nothing about and games that we don't bet? Or would you rather us give it to you real? A guy from Philly, been in the business for 30 years, third generation, born and raised in Las Vegas, a guy that actually works with the people that makes the line, and guys that actually bet 5 and 6 figures? Or do you want to hear a bunch of mumbo jumbo with guys in suits who don't bet and don't have a fucking clue how to win?
I'm in the fucking goddamn, in the suite at the fucking game with a billionaire owner of fucking 24 casinos and a goddamn sportsbook director, and I'm wearing fucking my UNLV t-shirt and my fucking shorts. All right? I don't need to wear a fucking suit and tie to make a whole lot of motherfucking money.
This
All
podcast...
right, so if you don't like the way I dress or the way I look, go fuck yourself.
And if you don't like the
if
way...
you want to make some if you want to make some money, give me a
Straight up.
goddamn call and you'll make some fucking money.
That's why we own our show. We can do what the fuck we want, my
Yeah,
friend.
some people think I look like a chef.
Oh, yeah.
You don't think I knew about that?
I said... No, we put the link up. We put the link
You
up.
didn't even fucking tell me.
I didn't tell you?
You covered my ass.
You motherfucking right, I did.
A little bit.
A little bit?
You could have came in a little stronger.
I came as strong as you could fucking
You
get.
said the motherfuckers
I said you're
racial.
racially profiling. My man, you're wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong. And then I said you're talking to a 7-figure motherfucker.
Yeah. That motherfucker says to you, I don't know, man, the way that skipper looks, you don't look like a high-powered salesman that makes a lot of money.
No.
You had my back. No. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks.
My point is this, ladies and gentlemen, yes, we're not professional. Yes,
Right.
we cuss. But at the bottom line is this. Nobody makes more money betting sports than I do, than we do. I run the biggest sports consulting firm in the nation. We're not a guy text message you in our underwear. We're not a guy that email blasts you. We're not a guy that sits at home in front of a computer and says he's a sports consultant. I have a room of 40 guys that bottom line get the fucking job done. We write between $150,000 and $250,000 a week in new business. That's what we do. We're the best. So,
and we're not doing that because we're not winning games.
my point is this. We could easily suit up, and I feel like I need to because, it is hard for a Fortune 500 guy to play our podcast when there's other people around or when the kids are around and stuff like that. So I get what a couple people are saying, like, we love you, but when you say a lot of cuss words back to back to back, but guess what? Gambling is a dirty fucking game.
You're damn right.
And if you want to get down dirty, you got to get your hands dirty, and that's how we roll, plain and simple. So
You want a couple guys from the streets that keep it real, that got a lot of money behind them and a lot of connections with fucking 3 decades of experience? Bottom line is we'll get we'll get you fucking paid. You want me to wear a suit and tie and fucking lie to you and throw darts with your fucking money? Call someone else.
Yeah, you either want guys you either want to deal with the number one sports bettor, the number one sports consultant money can buy, or a guy in a suit that's reading a script that doesn't know anybody.
Exactly.
Doesn't bet sports, nothing.
And just throwing darts with your fucking money.
Let's get right into the whack. And boy, there's been some whack teams in the whack, dude. Gonzaga, my God.
A perennial powerhouse. Gonzaga is struggling this year against the spread, Steve.
Yes, they are.
The Bulldogs have now lost 5 straight games against the spread and 6 out of their last 7.
They're a foreclosure team. Write it down right now.
Gonzaga will put you in the fucking bankruptcy.
Do not bet Gonzaga. Do not bet Wake Forest. I won't tell you again.
And I got one more team. Our hometown Running Rebels. We talked about them last week, and what have they done since? They did cover that very next game against San Diego State, but I was at the game last night against San Jose State, They were an 18-point fucking favorite. They struggled the entire fucking game.
To win the game, period.
They struggled the entire fucking game, Steve. Okay? They were trailing most of the fucking game, to be honest with you, especially in the first half. And I knew it at the shoot-around because I saw San Jose State was fucking just knocking down everything in the shoot-around. And sure enough, they won the game by 9, and they were laying 18. So UNLV is now 1-11 against the spread their last 12 games.
Definitely.
1-11. This team will fucking break you.
Write it down. So, ladies and gentlemen, teams that you don't want to bet, like I said, you don't want to bet Wake Forest, you don't want to bet Gonzaga, you don't want to bet UNLV, plain and fucking simple. What we're going to go over now is some totals, okay? Grab your pen and a piece of paper. We always talk about we're making big money on the totals. However, a lot of our, I'm not going to say a lot, 9 out of 10 of our big guys betting 10,000 or more, it's very hard to get off 10,000 on a college total.
Give me 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
10 seconds. Grab the pen and paper right now. Hit the pause button if you got to. Grab the pen and paper. You heard what he just said. We're about to go over some trends on over-unders in college basketball and NBA that are simply fucking gold mines. We talk about it every fucking week on this podcast. There's a lot of money to be made in the over-unders, just like this Sunday in the Super Bowl.
What?
Now, grab the pen and paper, push play. Here we go.
Let's start with the overs. We're going to tell you what teams are going over against the spread more than any other team. Plain and fucking simple.
Let's do it.
First team, LaSalle. LaSalle has 7 straight wins to the over, including 11 of the last 12 games to the over.
LaSalle, 11-1 to the over their last 12 games and 7 straight overs.
Here's what you do. You write down LaSalle.
The Explorers.
Over. That's what you write down,
Yeah.
okay?
Explore yourself making some fucking money with the LaSalle overs.
If not, explore my nuts and turn it to a different channel. Mountain West, Wyoming.
One more, George Mason in the Atlantic 10.
Oh, yeah. Also in Atlantic 10, you got George Mason has 6
straight overs.
straight overs, but more importantly, more impressive,
8
out of
9.
their last 9.
Correct.
Byron.
George Mason.
Write that down.
Overs.
So you bet George Mason over. They've won 8 out of their last 9 to the over. Let's move over to the Mountain West. Wyoming has 5 straight overs, and more impressively, 11 out of their last 12 games to the over.
Including last night where they scored about 175 in that game against Colorado State.
So I don't know.
2 teams that have the fucking absolute worst fucking defenses in the country. Wyoming and Colorado State was about 170 points last night, Steve.
Absolutely.
5 straight overs, 11 out of the last 12 games have been over. One more team in the Mountain West Conference, UNLV I just talked about. They can't cover a game to save their ass. 16-5 to the over. UNLV, 16-5 to the over.
Unfucking real. North Dakota, we're going to go over to the Big Sky. North Dakota, Fighting Hawks, 5 straight overs, and 13-5 to the over in their last 18 games.
That's pretty strong.
It's real fucking strong.
North Dakota games, the Fighting Hawks.
Teams that you want to bet.
Over.
Teams that you want to bet the over on: LaSalle, Wyoming, North Dakota. What's another team that scores high? Belmont. I think they got 5 straight.
The Ohio Valley.
6 straights against the spread. But careful, because before their 5-game over streak, they had 6 unders.
Yeah, so Belmont, keep an eye on them. They've been hot to the over.
Well, it's our job.
They've also covered 6 straight games, Belmont.
Correct, and it's went over 6 games.
Yeah,
straight.
and those 6 games that they've covered, their last 6 games, 5 of them have gone over. So
here's a team that a lot of people bet the side. When once again you fuck up, you need to bet the total. In the Big Ten, Iowa. Everyone likes to bet Iowa, but no one bets them over. Iowa is 10 out of their last 11 games to the over.
wow, 10-1 to the over. The Iowa Hawkeyes.
10-1 to
You
the
know,
over.
you say a lot of people fuck up when they look at Iowa. They don't look at the total, and you're right, because especially they don't look at the over. Because the Big Ten basketball conference has traditionally been an under conference.
Correct. And
for years.
Yep.
Okay?
You know what?
Not this year.
Not this
lot
year.
of overs.
Correct. Who else, Skip, in the Big 12?
Big 12, TCU, the Horned Frogs. Last game versus Oklahoma State under, but before that, 13-2 to the over. TCU, 13-2 to the over, Steve.
Well, I tell you what, Conference USA, Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles, 7 out of their last 8 games to the over. 7-1 to the over with Southern Mississippi. Write that down and circle it. So
there you got about 8 or 9 teams that if you keep an eye on the total, you catch the right spot.
no, hold on.
They're covering fucking 85%.
90%.
85 to 90% winners when you're betting the overs on those teams we just mentioned.
So if you're betting the over, the number one teams covering against the over, LaSalle, Wyoming, Belmont, Iowa, TCU, Southern Miss.
And UNLV.
And UNLV. Why don't we talk about some unders? Now, these are games. These are the people that are top covers to the under. Let's go to Conference USA.
Middle Tennessee State, the Blue Raiders. First place in the Conference USA, 9 straight unders. 15-3 overall to the under. Middle Tennessee State Blue Raiders. The reason why they're in first place, people, is because they got a mean fucking defense.
Well,
Under. Middle Tennessee State games.
yeah, Sun Belt Conference, which a lot of people belt. We talked about it before. Louisiana Lafayette also has 7 straight wins to the under against
The team that covers every fucking game that we just mentioned is a great team against the number, the Raging Cajuns. Another reason why they're so fucking good.
You bet the Cajuns in the under, you're making a lot of money.
They got a great fucking defense, the Raging Cajuns. Louisiana Lafayette, 7 straight unders and 9 out of their last 10 games under.
They're 9-1 to the under in their last 10 games. That's 90.
Are we giving them too much information?
Of course we are. That's 90%. That's what you pay us for.
Yeah.
But we're going to give this out so we can start getting the businessmen and the oil tycoons to wake up a little bit and get past us saying, fuck, shit, cunt, bitch, whore. Would you rather a nice guy that loses or a guy that tells you how it is that wins?
Listen, when you call 877-220-6540, this is the shit that we know. We live, sleep, eat, and breathe this shit. Steve pays a lot of money to statisticians, to fucking numbers guys that follow this shit, that bring the information to him on a daily basis with a little fucking folder, a little packet every day.
Yeah, I'm not just sitting on a computer.
Or they call him into the fucking office and they have fucking conferences with him and they tell him, Steve, here's what's fucking going on. Louisiana Lafayette's fucking 7 straight unders. This team's been under 9 out of 10 times, and tonight, Steve, it looks like a dead fucking under with all the information we're getting. That's what we do. When you call us, we're doing this for you. We're going to attack your bookie. We're not the enemy. We're your partner. What don't you understand? Give us a call and start making some damn money. It's only a $100 bill for Super Bowl weekend.
You and I against the bookie, not you and I against each other. Don't ever fucking forget that. I'm just going to read these teams
I just
out.
think we're giving them too much.
Here's what I'm going to do. These are the top teams that are covering to the under. Middle Tennessee State in Conference USA. Louisiana Lafayette. Oregon State Beavers, 8 straight unders.
8 straight unders. Oregon State Beavers.
Cal Bears,
That's because they can't
7
score.
straight unders. 7 straight unders. 8-1 in their last 9 games. Washington, 7 straight unders. 8-1. These are 90% fucking hitting teams.
3 teams in the Pac-12 that are just dead unders. Oregon State, Cal, and Washington.
And nobody's betting the Manhattan Jaspers. If you are, you can suck my fucking cock. You're lying.
You don't know shit about the Manhattan Jaspers.
No, 7 straight games to the under, 4-15 overall.
Wow.
So, they're
15-4 to the under.
But 7 straight unders.
7 straight unders, the Manhattan Jaspers.
Not a team that you bet, but they have won 7 straight. So you got to look out. Skip, let's move right over to the NBA.
Let's do it.
We want to go over some totals there like we just did?
Yeah, see, I requested that we get some totals this week, and maybe we're boring people. Maybe it's boring you, all these stats. It's hard to, stay excited.
What we just did in the last 20 minutes,
I mean,
motherfuckers should be begging us and sending us money for what we just did.
If you're not fucking calling us right now saying, damn it, sign me up for this shit. Sign me up for a subscription, Skipper. Bring me on board. I need this fucking knowledge. Listen, my friend, knowledge is wealth. Wealth is knowledge. The most powerful commodity in the world is information. You're getting it for a $100 bill Super Bowl weekend. You're out of your fucking mind if you don't call and put this to work for you. You're just out of your mind.
I agree. And like I said, with the Super Bowl going on and everything that we just gave in college basketball.
Can't give them any more.
We can't give them no NBA.
I can't even go over the NBA.
Well, not only that, because we want them to actually accept and let settle what we just did and what we just put into their brain. Real simple.
It's information overload, Steve.
Here's what I will tell you about the NBA, though, against the spread streaks, okay? Portland Trail Blazers have now won an impressive 5 straight games against the spread with 1 push. The Blazers were a 3-point favorite last night versus the Bulls and beat the fuck out of them 124-108 as shooting guard C.J. McCollum dropped 50 points for the Chi-Town, Big Skipper. Orlando Magic have relied on a stellar 9-10 wins against the spread.
Magic 9-1 against the spread their last 10 games.
They're kicking ass and taking names.
Including 3 straight.
Correct.
They just kicked the shit out of the Lakers last night.
Boston Celtics, 4 straight wins against the spread, including a drumming of the Knicks last night by 30 fucking points. They beat the dog shit out of them. Celtics won 103-73, which I'd have to say was one of the biggest games on the board, plain and simple. Ladies and gentlemen, we just told you about the Super Bowl. We told you to be safe out there. More importantly, Super Bowl's a day for amateurs. Have fun, be safe, party. Make sure you call us, get on that total. Let me help you with that seven-figure situation. I don't run promotions very often. I don't get on the phone very often. I don't do things myself very often because I'm blessed enough to own this fucking operation.
And to have Skipper right here.
And Skip runs everything that I fucking have and need to be done. Bottom fucking line is I'm giving you guys the opportunity to get my owner selections directly from myself or directly from Skip. You're going to receive Friday, Saturday, Sunday for $99. All the college information that we just gave you, NBA, and more importantly, my six-figure total on the Super Bowl Sunday.
That's worth it alone.
Doesn't get any better than that. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole reason why we strive and the whole reason why we do this podcast is to make you more money, to make you better sports bettors. Stock market is still blazing. People are still making money in coin currency. People are still making money in oil and gas. Stock market is still plummeting. It's where it's supposed to be. However, I stand by this. I'll say this and I'll say it again. There's more money to be made betting sports than any other investment in the fucking world. It's a billion-dollar industry, and you deserve your fair share. Haven't you been losing for so long, whether it's in life or at your job, that there comes a time where you deserve something special? For all the bad times that you've had or things that didn't go your way, don't you think something special needs to come your way in 2018? Well, you're goddamn right it is, and it starts today. You can't get what you don't ask for. And if you want to win and you want to make more money than you've ever made and you want to hit my six-figure game on Super Bowl Sunday and you want to party and you want to celebrate and you want to drink Crown and you want to pop bottles and you want to gamble with the big fucking boys, go to VIP Sports, LasVegas.com. We're dropping bats, we're dropping bums, and more importantly, we're going to beat the fuck out of your bookie. On the behalf of VIP Sports and myself, we love you. Have a happy Super Bowl. And remember, let's go get this motherfucking money. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Ah!
It's Steve Stevens. I bust your bookie head open. Split it to the white meat, I ain't joking. Me and Dirt Bomb in the ghost float. Straight OG like that kush I be smoking. It's way too potent for rookies to come hit it. A little white girl around, I might sniff it. Poppin' bub in the club, so twisted. My pops keeps telling me to go get it. So I'm at the sports book, betting big on the Clippers. I'm talking about 5 figures, I need a few shots of liquor. Might need another zipper if the bomb play me. Fuck around and put $500,000 on Tom Brady. When it comes to betting sports, Steve Stevens a beast. Need a certified winner called VIP Sports. Got too many felonies to ride around with my Glock, so sure to keep it since I got shot in Vegas like Bobby.
I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. I keep hearing things. It must be the money talking. It must be the money talking.